Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, The Afro Gardener. Today I'm going to be talking to you guys about 7 plants that you can go ahead and start indoors. Let's get into it.
Oh, I dream of you, can I help it if I dream of you every night? Dream of you, can I help it if I dream of you every night? Dream of you, can I help it if I dream of you if I dream?
Now remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'm going to be talking to you guys about 7 plants that you can go ahead and start indoors. Fall is imminent. It is on the way, and so I'm trying to get ready myself, and I just wanted to share with you guys 7 plants that you can go ahead and start indoors. It's still very hot in Tennessee. It's supposed to be 90 degrees today, so these plants are not going to do well if you try to direct sow them. I'm not trying to start anything early, not right now, just because I really want to have a big fall garden. I would like a big fall garden, and so I'm trying to grow a variety of things, and so I just want to go ahead and just be safe and start everything inside so I don't end up with any losses, because I really hate that. So let me just get into this. The first plant on the list is spinach. I love spinach. My family loves it. And so spinach is the first thing that I'm going to be starting indoors. It is frost hardy. So whenever it gets to the point where it's big enough where you can transplant it outside, it will have no problem. Here in Zone 7, my first frost day is October 18th. So when it starts to cool off, when it starts, the temperature starts to drop, I'll be moving everything outside with no problem. Everything is going in some type of cold frame or in some type of covering, so I'll be able to get a really good harvest off the spinach and the other things. So like I said, first item on the list is spinach. The second plant on the list is mustard greens, particularly my very favorite, the giant Japanese mustard greens. Y'all, I love these greens. I love these greens. Why? Because they do so well. They do so well. They do great for me. And so I'm going to be starting those indoors. I know that there is some people don't like starting them from seed and then transplanting them, but honestly, if you're just careful and you're not rough with these, they are really forgiving. I have ripped roots and all types of stuff, and they did fine for me for transplanting them. So I'm going to be transplanting them out and not starting them from seed, because if I start them from seed right now, they're going to bolt. Bolting is just whenever they prematurely go to seed. That's what's going to happen. They're going to go to seed, and I don't want that to happen. But also, I know that in my zone and in my climate, the weather can be really tricky, and so I don't want any random hot weather. You know what I'm saying? And so, because sometimes in the fall, we'll have like a random 80-degree day, and I don't got time for that. I don't have time. So I'm going to be starting my mustard greens inside and transplanting them outside. The third plant that I'm going to be starting indoors is Swiss chard. I love Swiss chard. I love Swiss chard. And I'm going to be starting some different colors just to have a little bit of fun and some color for the fall that I'll be missing from flowers and things like that. But Swiss chard did exceptionally well for me last year. I grew Swiss chard up until the spring when I harvested a bunch of it. It did so well. It did so well in the cold frame that we had set up. It did great all when it grew through the fall, winter, and in the spring I harvested it all. It did great for me. So I'm going to be starting it from seed inside, because we have a friend. Y'all can't see my cat. We got a friend who sometimes don't know how to act. And I'm not trying to lose no Swiss chard this year, so I'm going to be starting it inside. It is frost hardy to a point, but if it is frozen on top of, it really doesn't do well. but it did great for me in the cold frame, so I'm going to be growing it again this year. The fourth plant on the list is going to be cabbage. I struggled so bad with cabbage this year in the spring. I don't know what was going on. It seemed like the bugs came so early. They came with a vengeance. They did not come to play. They were not, ow, stop. Y'all, he bit me. Don't do that. Well, it was a nibble. You know how they be nibbling. Don't do that. The bugs did not come to play, and as y'all saw in one of my other videos, they just demolished my cabbage. So I'm going to be starting cabbage from seed indoors so I can actually get some cabbage. It does take a long time, so I'm going to be starting it indoors so it has a chance. I just wanted to have a chance, and so I'm going to be starting cabbage indoors. The fifth plant that I'm going to start indoors is broccoli. Broccoli. Now, broccoli is something that you can start indoors because it also kind of takes a while. But the two varieties that I'm going to be starting is just like a regular type of broccoli. It's just a regular broccoli head, and the early purple sprouting broccoli. I really like it because it does exactly what it says it's going to do. It sprouts early, and you are able to get a kind of an early harvest from it. So I'm going to be starting those two broccolis indoors, and I think one more. I do really want to try a broccoli. It's called Romanesco. It's really beautiful, and it has it kind of looks like a fractal, if you know what a fractal is, and it's so pretty. So I was thinking that I wanted to try that one as well. And so those are going to be some broccolis that I'm going to be starting indoors. The sixth plant on the list is bok choy. I forgot for a second. I was like, what was I finna say? Bok choy. You can go ahead and start bok choy inside. It is frost hardy. The variety that I'm going to grow is just regular bok choy, and then a purple lady bok choy that I really enjoy the flavor of. Those are two that I'm going to be starting indoors. They do really well. They are frost hardy. They grow really great in the fall and in really early spring when it's still chilly, it's still cold. They do really well. I've had great success with those. And so I'm going to be starting those indoors as well. The seventh plant on the list of things that you can go ahead and start indoors is calendula. Calendula is a frost hardy flower. You can use it for salves and for face care, but I've never grown it before, and when I've tried to grow it in the past, I kind of just sprinkled it in the ground and raked it in, and that did not work. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the seed packet. I don't know what happened. So I'm going to be starting it inside so I can monitor how it looks and how it grows more specifically. Like I said, it is frost hardy, so it can withstand the frost. So those first few frost of the winter, it'll be just fine. And those are the 7 plants that you can go ahead and get started indoors right now. I hope you got something from this video. I hope you learned something. As always, remember to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. I love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.